Good morning, friends. I went ahead and made coconut milk yogurt, which is this, and also this one, which I froze. It's going to be hard to get into it because it's super hard. And then this is my traditional half and half yogurt. Anyway, for the coconut milk, you have to take the cans, wash the lids, and peel the paper off before you boil the milk from the coconut cans, and then let them cool to 100 degrees before you ferment them. So I took this milk and boiled it. Took about 30 minutes because I had it on a low simmer, and I added the inulin fiber. If I had the guar gum, I would have added that then, but I did not have it. So I went ahead and cooked it without guar gum because there's guar gum in this product, and because I'm impatient. So this has been in the refrigerator for about 12 hours after the 48-hour fermentation process, and it is firming up. But when you initially get it out of the instant pot, it's not firm. It's very liquidy, which is why I threw this one in the freezer. So it's more milkish than that one, but I also skipped the guar gum because I didn't have it. After I finished fermenting, I added some stevia and apple spice, and it was pretty good to make that. And these are the probiotics. If you're starting from scratch, you'd use 10 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. But I did not start from scratch. I used my half and half yogurt as a starter, and I tried to make the steps as easy as possible as far as how many times you transfer the product, so you don't introduce a whole lot of bacteria. So after I boiled it, I put them in these big jars and put them in the Instant Pot because they have to cool to 100 degrees. I realized that putting them in an ice bath makes it cool quicker. Otherwise, it takes like an hour to cool. And then you add your starter or your probiotics. And then I just mix it in the jar. And what I do when I ferment them for the milk and the coconut is I put this on while they're fermenting in the Instant Pot so that water doesn't and condensation doesn't get inside the yogurt. And then after the fermentation time, I just quick pop that on if I'm using that, or if I'm using one of these, I will also ferment with the lid on, just so I'm not using a whole ton of saran wrap. Let's see, the fermentation process for the coconut milk is 100 degrees for 48 hours in the Instant Pot. It tastes pretty good. I hate to admit it, but I ate a whole 12-ounce jar of it. Okay, so I do think it is a pain in the butt to make it, but it is a nice little treat that's different than the milk. And let's see, probably don't do what I did. So I made it kind of dessert-like with the apple spice, but I would spice it with anything. I would consider doing like a lemon essential oil or whatever the lemon extract is, would probably be amazing. So I will try it again because it was good, even though it was not fun boiling it. And I know this is super boring, but I had people asking me about what I'm making. So this by far is my favorite, the half and half, because it only takes me a minute or two to make 4 pints in preparation in the Instant Pot for fermentation. So this is way easier, and it's very enjoyable. You can make it, you can eat it plain, you can make it sweet with stevia, you can make it more, you can add dill or garlic and make it more of like a savory product. But this is kind of like a little treat. So I haven't had my son taste it yet, who is the reason why I made this, because he's buying, I don't know, $10 bottles of coconut oil that probably, coconut yogurt that probably have no health benefits. So if you have any questions, just post them below and I'll try to answer. I'm not a pro and I don't always follow the directions very well, but I do think that this yogurt is 100% worth making for health improvements.